Good morning. 27th of January is Holocaust Memorial Day. At the end of World War II, nations stood shoulder to shoulder and said, never again will humanity act in such a brutal and destructive way towards humanity. But tragically, lessons were not learnt, and there have been subsequent genocides, millions of people killed in the years since World War II. So today is a time to remember the victims of the Holocaust and subsequent genocides, and even continuing in present times, how the Uyghur Muslims in China are being abused in ways that defy human logic and rationale and all good sense. We are blessed today to have a number of faith speakers from the Muslim, the Sikh, the Hindu, and the Christian religions speaking to us and why Holocaust Memorial Day continues to be an important day in the calendar. Watch what they have to say, reflect on their thoughts, and I will talk to you after their presentations.
Genocide in all of its forms is an experience of extreme hatred. It is a hate crime of the highest degree. All decent people of faith or no faith, but who respect one another, ought to do whatever they can to combat hate crime. The loss of millions of lives in the Holocaust is something that we need to continue educating one another about in the hope that it is not repeated. Rather sadly, it has been repeated in different forms of genocide, Rwanda being one of the recent examples, together with the Rohingya people as well. Let's continue to combat hate crime. Let's mark Holocaust Day as we remember the 6 million Jewish brothers, sisters, and many families who have lost their lives, and do our very best to ensure that such terrible crimes against humanity are not repeated.
Namaste, my name is Nidhi and I'm a member of the Hindu community. It's really important that every race, every religion knows and learns about the Holocaust and what happened and how people suffered. And also it's important to know what happens when there is an abuse of power and what events can happen. We need to stop all these genocides that are happening. We've had genocides in our lifetime and that cannot happen again. We need to do something about it by educating everyone around the world. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yusuf Tai and I'm here to talk to you about why it's important to remember the Holocaust. I'm a member of the Muslim community and I recently had the privilege of going to Auschwitz and seeing some of the horrors that took place there in the Holocaust. It's really important because right now we're left with very few remaining members of survivors of the Holocaust, and the survivors of the Holocaust talk about hatred in the world today, and the reason they keep talking about the message of the Holocaust is because unfortunately anti-Semitism, Islamophobia and hatred remain with us today, and when that hatred is left unchecked, then you end up with the kind of violence or gross violence that took place there and looks like it's taking place in other areas of the world at the moment. So it's very important for us to remember, and coming from the Muslim faith is a very important part of our faith is to keep your intentions in check, and it's very important to keep our intentions in check in the face of hatred and to fight justice. So I think it's a very important message for us to remember what happened and to challenge what's happening in the world today. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Sukhbir Singh, part of the Sikh community in Manchester. We must remember the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews were murdered. I've heard stories firsthand from the survivors, and it's impossible for me to understand how humans could do the same thing to other humans. Unless we remember the Holocaust, how will we prevent future incidents?
My name is Ian Rutherford, and I'm the City Centre Minister at Methodist Central Hall in the centre of Manchester. And I'm very pleased to bring this reflection on what Holocaust Memorial Day means to me as a Christian church leader. Holocaust Memorial Day is a day of commemoration that sees thousands of people from all walks of life come together to remember and pay tribute to those who suffered at the hands of the Nazis and in subsequent genocides. Of course, events take place up and down the country. I'm privileged to be able to stand again this year with civic, faith and business leaders from across Greater Manchester. Holocaust Memorial Day stands apart from Yom HaShoah, which is a day of deeply personal and introspective mourning for the Jewish people who lost 6 million of their own in the Holocaust. Holocaust Memorial Day is for everyone, whatever their faith or background. It's a day about finding a space for us all to come together, to remember the fate of those who perished, and to reflect on what that means for us as human beings. The fact is that whilst the Holocaust is an intensely personal Jewish tragedy, it is a tragedy with universal resonance. It's a way for us to honour Holocaust survivors and pledge to always remember. We know we must remain vigilant. It is up to all of us to safeguard the sacred memory of the Holocaust.
So the theme this year is Be That Light in the Darkness, suggesting to me that there will be darkness. The world is not able to live at peace. That seems to be the lessons from history, but you have an opportunity. Open your eyes, find people in your world that are in darkness, those who are struggling, whatever that struggle might be, and you can be the light. Put your suggestions in the comments below. Tell the world, tell us, what are you doing to be that light? That is all we have. We can only be a light. We can only attempt to brighten the lives of other people. And in that way, we bring dignity and we bring honor to those who were not able to be that light because their lives were cut short with such brutal force. Come on. Let's not wait a year to come together and have good intentions. Let's actually make something positive. Before January comes to the end. This year, Holocaust Memorial Day 2021. Be that light. Do something to make someone's life better. You can do it. You just need to believe in yourself. Think about it. Thank you.